Canavan Research Illinois is a charitable organization devoted to curing Canavan disease. My son Max was born with this rare and fatal disorder, and in an effort to save his life, my family and I created a foundation that would offer hope to other children and families affected by this devastating disorder. When Max was diagnosed with Canavan disease, his doctors advised us to put him into an institution. Instead, we brought him to Capitol Hill, where we met with key legislators. We asked Congress to increase federal funding for rare diseases such as Canavan. Our beautiful children made an impact and warmed many hearts. But even with increases, the federal budget for rare disease research still remains extremely limited. Most of the financial burden for research and treatments continues to fall on the families of affected children. At the time of Max's diagnosis, there was only one hope in the world to save his life: a clinical trial testing the safety and efficacy of gene therapy. But the trial was in jeopardy of ending due to a lack of funding. Motivated by love and the desperation to save these precious children, we committed our time and energy towards the monumental task of raising funds to ensure that the clinical trial would continue. In 1998, Max and 14 other children received gene therapy, and all the children demonstrated varying degrees of improvement. At 11 months of age, Max had made medical history by becoming the youngest person in the world to receive gene therapy for brain disease. By 2003, Max and 9 other children received gene therapy using a new improved technique. Again, the results were extremely promising, with many children regaining vision and some motor function. At 8 years of age, Max's vision, general health, and motor skills continue to improve. If he had not received gene therapy, he would most likely be blind, suffer from seizures, and lack even the most basic voluntary movement. Children battling Canavan disease are essentially trapped inside bodies that cannot respond to signals from the brain. But even with virtually no functional movement, most of these amazing kids remain happy, loving, and cognitively aware, even through the end stages of the disease. While we have been able to slow and even halt disease progression for many children, these improvements are only temporary. Public funding allocated to Canavan researchers is insufficient. Supplemental private funding allows researchers to keep working towards discovering a cure. In order for science to move forward, it is absolutely essential that we direct increased private funding to the researchers who are devoted to developing therapeutic treatments to improve the quality of life for children afflicted with Canavan disease. Many leading researchers agree that Canavan disease can be cured. As a single gene disorder, Canavan serves as a model for many more common diseases which also destroy the brain. As the pathways of brain disease are studied, new medical techniques are developed. The therapies and treatments perfected by Canavan researchers offer hope to millions of people affected by related diseases, including ALS, Alzheimer's, MS, Parkinson's, stroke, and Tay-Sachs. Due in part to the fundraising efforts of our organization, the gene therapy trial continues today, over 7 years after the first surgeries were performed. On September 14, 2005, another child with Canavan disease made medical history. At just 3 months of age, tiny Ariel received gene transfer therapy. We will not know the extent to which the surgery will alter the course of the disease for several months. But we have learned from extensive data collected during years of follow-up study that the younger a child is treated, the more potential they have to recover. With your help, we can expand research into stem cell and pharmaceutical therapies and offer a combined medical approach which will allow these precious children to live normal, healthy lives